New York. And now let's shift to Oladipo, who, as I mentioned, obviously he'd be a good fit in New York, but apparently he has expressed interest and a desire to play for the Miami Heat and Eric Spoelstra. So the question is, how good would the Miami Heat be if they were able to acquire Victor Oladipo? Now, when healthy and in the right environment, I do think that Oladipo is an all-star player. Can he be the best player on a championship team? No, I don't believe that. But I think that the culture that's been set right now in Miami with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo and the supporting cast is enough to be a legitimate challenger, because now you'd finally be able to form a big three with Bam, Butler, and Victor Oladipo. The only issue is, in order for the Heat to acquire him mid-season, they'd have to part ways with two of the three young stars, if not all three of them. So Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, and Kendrick Nunn. Now, if I was the Houston Rockets, I would want at least Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. If I'm the Miami Heat, obviously they're going to throw in Kendrick Nunn. Between Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero, I don't know who they would prioritize. If it was me, I'd prioritize Tyler Hero a little bit just because he's a playmaker a little bit more than Duncan Robinson. But all I know is two, if not three of those guys would have to be shipped to land Victor Oladipo. But the Miami Heat know that Oladipo's interested in them. So if they want to hold on to their young stars, they may just have to wait till the offseason before they can aggressively pursue him. But let's say, for the sake of argument, that they acquire him mid-trade for this stretch run. So now you've got Oladipo, you've got Jimmy Butler, and you've got Bam Adebayo. The biggest void for the Miami Heat is playmaking. I love Goran Dragic, but if your second best playmaker is a 34-year-old Slovenian guy, I'm sorry, that's just not enough, because they need someone to complement Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo is a great two-way player, but he's not someone who's going to take a defender off the dribble and set up a teammate. He's a great facilitator, and he's an underrated facilitator, but Bam Adebayo can't create his own shot, and more importantly, can't necessarily create a shot for others. Jimmy Butler can, Goran Dragic can, but he's 34 years old, and he's slowing down. Victor Oladipo would be a great combo guard to come in there, and I think he would complement Jimmy Butler extremely well, and he's not afraid of the moment. And those are the types of players that the Miami Heat attract, are guys that don't show any trepidation when they're out on the floor, that are willing to go after it, and they don't really care what name is on the back of your jersey, because they believe in each other. And that was their mantra in the postseason last year. That's why they knocked off the Bucks in 5 games, and he would be a tremendous addition. Again, the Heat, the Celtics, and the Knicks are the teams that he's been linked to. But if the Miami Heat can get their hands on Victor Oladipo, I would absolutely think about doing that. I mean, their offense would be much, much scarier. Again, if you have Bam anchoring that middle, Jimmy Butler and Oladipo as your wings, combo guards, that's a formidable trio right there. So I already have the Heat, even though they've been struggling, but they had won 6 of their last 7 games. I already had the Heat kind of right on that upper echelon, or if not in the upper echelon, right below the upper echelon, behind the Milwaukee Bucks and the 76ers and the Nets in that category. But if you add Victor Oladipo, I think they are firmly entrenched with the Bucks and with the 76ers. Again, I think the Nets are way better than all 3 of those teams, but the Heat would be legitimate challengers for that number 2 spot in the Eastern Conference overall.